Hello guys, this is Kabase. So, this update is surprisingly chunky because for last video, the official social medias only announced the stuff happening on September 19th. With me unaware, we will get a bunch of stuff that started on the 26th. So, on top of a new event story, freebies, 4 new S memorias, and an S memoria to look out for, I would also talk about the stuff that dropped on the 26th. So, without further ado, let's get started. The stuff that started on September 26th, I'll keep it short. First is the case files of Irina, the main login bonus, which is for 5 days, get 1000 quartz, and Nanami giving a power training campaign where the exact mission is to do 100 total gem flashback battles for a bunch of materials, as we do in power training campaigns. Next is the fire element upgrade support, which is another campaign where the missions are to use your limestones, craft, and synthesize accessories, so take advantage of it. Next is the support skill feature recruitment, which is a skip, an exclusive sale for the 3 times 10 roll pack only at the HBREN web shop that you can access through the game, which is for the whales out there. And if it's cheap, maybe even for low spenders too. And lastly, here's the orb skill training support for this week and will run until the end of October 2nd. And yeah, didn't know why they skipped all these stuff in their initial announcement. No wonder why last update felt smaller than usual. Well, anyways, finally, starting from October 3rd, we'll have the upcoming side story event focusing on Maki, that is Bad Girls Destruction event. Next are the freebies. New login recruitment, basically 1 pool per day for 20 days, as always, like we did the past 30 days. Login bonus again, 10 days, get 3000 quartz and 50 limestones. But wait, there's more. Another login bonus for 3 days that gives us 600 quartz. But most importantly, another SS Memoria Selector. Very nice. Now for the gameplay side of things, the orb training campaign starting on October 3rd is the last one, and it's these 2 orbs here, which are the blue orbs. And I have to say, if you can farm the orb of skillfulness, it's a really useful orb to get plus 2 SP quick. Anyways, besides that is score attack, challenge number 25, Dipsnea in the Hellfire. As usual here on Skin, there are multiplier conditions for the next 2 weeks. Tips for this boss: if you think the boss hits hard, bring a fielder of literally any other element to debuff his elemental attack. You should rely on an element besides fire, obviously, for this boss. Now for the banners, it's 2 new banners and 4 new SS Memorias, and after a long time, a really useful S Memoria you should get. So, first up is Blazing Tempest Maki, who is a Thunderbreaker with an EX skill that gives 2 turns defense down, DP defense down, Thunder defense down, and an 8-hit single target attack. Sounds good, right? But the SP cost of 18 SP definitely makes it less preferable, admittedly. While the max potency is high and can be a breaker with said debuffs, the SP cost alone makes it extremely difficult to double stack at all. Her non-EX or common skill gives small frontline skill attack up and self-charge, but notably her EX skill does not interact with charge at all, so you don't really need to use it unless you use her as a breaker. Or you do this next point. As her LB0 passive, she gets plus 1 SP per turn when she has charge, which helps a little, and LB3 adds plus 8 SP if she breaks an enemy. Though that's not something worth significant to warrant giving her an LB3. She's also one of the units who receive a resonance skill passive, which increases skill attack of SSR Thunder units, but at present, it's only really useful for Nanami SS1. Yes, Nanami will get an SS1, and even then, Nanami typically uses another resonator. Introduction-wise, her Evolve SS1 EX skill, which changes her kit to apply 2-turn defense down and expose, gives good DR only when charged. But when it comes to the Memoria as a whole, the amount of commitment you will need to use her isn't worth it, so her future, I think, is not safe. The second one, Secret Coffee Break Matsuchiro, is a light healer/defender hybrid whose EX skill grants 3-turn party defense up, party regen, and party charge. The problem is, the defense up and regen only applies for light memorias only. This only leaves her with charge, which is yikes. Her non-EX or common skill is a 3-hit single target light attack that also applies 2-turn defense down as a surprisingly high potency, around 11k, though it isn't worth it, in my opinion. Her LB0 passive adds debuff guard after using her EX skill, but again, light memoria only. And LB3 gives 30% plus defense up if she's in the front line. This memoria can use provoke from her A memoria, which you can maybe use her as a defender, and her Evolve SS1 EX skill gives her a 10-hit AoE attack that can help build OD, but even with those additions and niches she can fill, I would say she's worse than Maiker Maki. So her future is absolutely not safe. Alright, next banner. Blooming Smile Maruyama is a light blaster with an EX skill that grants one use frontline DR up, basically 50%, does a 4-hit AoE light attack with high destruction rate or DR, and applies 3-turn AoE confusion for 18 SP. To use her efficiently, you have to RNG her confusion, the success rate being from 50 to 100%. Even then, like Maki earlier, the high SP cost makes her EX skill unattractive. Her non-EX skill gives self-DP recovers up to 120% and self-charges with max uses of 2. Her EX skill does not interact with charge despite her having self-charge. And lastly, her resonance skill increases attack effects of SSR-like units. She's a gimmick memoria like Matsuchiro, but a little bit better. She's the third new SS Memoria in this update, not worth any consideration of pulling to get gameplay-wise. Her future is not safe as well. And lastly, the best one out of the 4 and is not a 31F member, and that is Pirate Aina, who is a dark debuffer but mostly used as an OD generator. Her EX skill changes based on the number of enemies. Versus one enemy, she gets 1 turn AoE defense down, 10 times 10% funnel, and a 5-hit AoE attack, so 15 hits total. 2 enemies, she gets 3 times 10% funnel, 16 hits total. Versus 3 enemies, she gets 1 times 10% funnel, which is 18 hits total, while simultaneously applying AoE defense down and generates enormous OD, which is quite the combo at only 7 SP and comes with 6 uses at max. Her common skill gives 1 turn AoE dark defense down and 1 hit AoE dark AoE attack at half SP during overdrive. So usually it's 12 SP, but with it halves to 6. If you have her other memorias, this memoria can use single target exposed from her S memoria, AoE exposed from her SS1, and through interjection, access to her SS1 EX skill for 50% OD plus the 6 hits when you have abundant SP. With a unit like this, you normally can't apply all 3 of exposed, defense down, and dark defense down simultaneously without using OD or doing OD loops, but Aina is an exception, as she is basically the OD character, and obviously, she's very good at getting you to do OD loops. Her fit with dark teams when it comes to this memoria is also good, as she has good synergy with the future Tsukasa SS4, who gives 5 times 10% funnel to dark units. In the far future, she's seen much less as new OD generation methods arrive, but even then, she's still the all-reliable, you can take it from me personally, who uses her very often to this day, both memorias. Very versatile debuffer and OD builder, and I would say her future is safe. From a general / common and elemental perspective, the first banner with Maki and Matsuchiro is generally probably the worst banner in the past year and 1 month of HBRJP. I genuinely wouldn't recommend you these memorias since you can choose either of them in the SS Selector, and if you want to do gameplay wise, the lesser evil is Maki, but you can go either way if you're deciding based on which you like more or want to put on your home screen. I really feel bad for these two being shafted by the devs gameplay wise. Now, the Aina and Maruchan banner, I wouldn't recommend to you entirely to skip, especially if you're a whale, because if you get Aina, she could help you out even in the future. But knowing better memorias are about to come in the next few months, it's better to save for now. So final call, objectively, basically for free to play, is to skip it as well. But as always, and I will continue to say this, if you love the characters, their artworks, or want their specific abilities, feel free to ignore my advice and pull for them. Now, the last memorial I'll talk about, I'll keep it short, is a servant's natural skills Yanagi, who is a welfare or event memorial you should get in this shop that is running with the update, because her skill can basically make her into your personal SP battery, and since it's an S Memoria skill, you can use it with her S Memorias, and especially if you have Admiral Yanagi in the future. And yeah, the last banners I have to mention are the late autumn step up recruitment and the crush type featured recruitment, which both are a skip. And lastly, after a long time of it not showing in their announcements, but there's always a pack whenever an update comes, this time it's the late autumn premium pack, which obviously is for the whales out there. And yeah, if they do this shit again where it looks like a small update initially, but they just step out the stuff releasing for next week, for example, October 10th, when it actually drops, I'll be discussing about it in the next news video. But yeah, that's the end of the video, guys. Please subscribe to the notification bell so 1% of my videos. Share this for and watch these videos. So yeah, see you next time. Bye.